stormy Christmas night, as the winds howled through the trees and battered the windows, the Herrera family gathered around the dinner table in their modest home. The atmosphere was thick with tension, shadows dancing on the walls from the faint flicker of candlelight. Mateo, the father, tried to maintain a cheerful facade, but his eyes reflected a deep concern, as if the weight of the world had settled upon his shoulders. "I can't believe we have nothing to eat tonight," Rosa the wife said, glancing at their children, who stared at the empty table with hungry eyes. Her words carried the heavy burden of despair, touching their hearts. The children, Lucy and Miguel, sat on the edge of their seats, exchanging fearful glances, as if sensing that something unnatural was unfolding that night. As the family exchanged sorrowful looks, a sudden, loud knock echoed through the house. The noise reverberated in every corner, like an echo of past screams. Mateo glanced at his family, then slowly approached a door, his heart pounding, each beat whispering to him to open the door with caution. When he opened the door, he found a strange man standing outside. He wore an old, tattered coat, and his face was shrouded in shadow beneath the brim of his hat. "May I come in?" he asked in a hushed voice, but his tone carried an air of mystery, as if he held a dark secret. "Who are you?" Mateo asked cautiously, but the man did not respond. Instead, he pushed his way inside, as if the house were a refuge. "I am hungry," he said in a gravelly voice, as if the words were caught in his throat. The Herrera family was taken aback, but their expressions reflected a mix of curiosity and fear. "We have nothing to offer," Rosa said weakly, but the strange man smiled a mysterious smile. "Do not worry, I will help you," he said, raising his hands as if summoning something from the darkness. Suddenly, dishes began to appear on the table, plates filled with roasted meat, vegetables, and desserts, everything one could imagine for a Christmas feast. The family was astonished, but they could not resist their hunger. They all sat around the table and began to eat, but each bite was accompanied by a strange feeling, as if it carried the taste of fear. As time passed, things took a dark turn. The more they ate, the more the strange man watched them with burning eyes, as if he observed every movement. The children began to feel afraid, but Mateo tried to convince himself that everything was fine. "Maybe he is just a lost traveler," he muttered to himself, but he couldn't shake the feeling that something was about to happen. Then, in an unexpected moment, the music stopped and silence fell. Everyone looked at the strange man, who began to speak in a deep voice. "You wished for something, did you not?" Confusion reigned, but Mateo remembered what he had said before the man arrived. "I wish we could find something to eat." "Every wish has a price," the man said, then gestured to the dishes. "You have received what you wished for, but what about the price?" The family froze in place. The dishes began to evaporate, as if they had never existed. When they looked around, they found themselves surrounded by dark shadows, as if the souls that had been taken from them that night were closing in. In that moment, they realized they hadn't asked for food. They had been in need of hope, but hope had vanished, replaced by an unending nightmare. The lights began to fade, and images of the past appeared. The laughter of children on summer days, the moments of joy they had shared together. But each image faded with every bite of the food they could no longer see. As dawn broke, the house stood empty. The only remnants of the Herrera family were echoes of their laughter, while the strange man left through the door, smiling, leaving behind haunting memories of the Last Supper. But the story did not end there. In the days that followed, things began to change. Neighbors spoke of the Herrera family that had vanished on Christmas night. There was no trace of them, but every time the wind howled through the trees, the sound of children's laughter could be heard, as if their spirits still wandered the halls, searching for the dinner that was never meant to be. And every year, when Christmas arrived, lights twinkled in the abandoned Herrera home, as if inviting everyone to celebrate. But who knows what happened that night? Who knows the price that the Herrera family paid for a morsel of sustenance? Thus, the story remains